Are there challenges when it comes to say copyright and things like that? Like, is that an extra consideration when you're thinking about publishing something like this?
And that's why we try to stay with things that are in the public domain,
Right.
um, and no pictures.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. But because it falls under transformative art,
Hmm.
and the basically the poems that I'm making from the page don't tell the same story as what's on the page.
Right.
So in that way, it's not really stealing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this one also, I do some collage work as far as more like cutout poetry, where I drew my own pictures and then I had blacked out the poem ahead of time, but then cut out the words and arranged them.
Interesting.
So it definitely has that difference from Complex Accident of Life. So you're going to see a lot more illustration. It's real creepy. There's some really creepy stuff. It's definitely a horror poetry
Oh,
collection
that's
for sure.
awesome. Do you ever foresee yourself doing something that's not in the public domain, like just asking an author, "Can I just take your stuff and make something out of it and seeing what happens?" Or
I
is
have
there is
so
it is there something
many.
better about doing the public domain because people know the work more? Or
Yeah, I think it's more of a I'm too chicken shit to ask. No, I have certainly thought about it, especially authors that are getting up in age. I've made a lot of the Last Unicorn blackout poetry.
hmm,
I've met Peter S. Beagle. I felt like I had a pretty good rapport with him, but I don't know. I could just be imagining that, like every fan does. I've toyed with the idea of reaching out to him, but I know he has had a lot of legal troubles in the past with people stealing his work. So
may
I'm
not be
hesitant.
open to it.
Um, but I mean, I do a lot of commissions from Last Unicorn, and they always turn out beautiful. That is probably one of. I mean, my copy now is like thin.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all the pages that have been ripped out of it, it's just floppy and thin. And
That's
still, I
funny.
think I could probably find some really great stuff in there.
Some authors might like it just because you keep having to buy new copies to keep
Yeah,
yours.
maybe.
Just
I have so many copies of that one edition of Frankenstein. I
God,
got
that's funny.
so many.